Hey y'all, today I will be interviewing another very special guest. We actually got in contact when she first started competing in the Miss America opportunity this year. Um, she won her state title a few weeks before I competed at Miss California's teen last year. And in fact, right after she won, she messaged me saying she was going to try to make it down to watch me compete. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. She ended up having a very special photo shoot that day. But she is amazing. She is Miss Arizona's teen this year. Her name is Alexis. She is a Rebel talent this year, and I'm a Rebel ambassador. So lots of great connections there. I adore her. She is the sweetest human ever. And I cannot wait to actually speak with her for the first time. So I will catch y'all when she hops on. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Imagine with Keira podcast. We are joined by another very special guest today, and I'll have her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alexis Miranda, and I am Miss Arizona's teen.
Yay! I'm so glad that this worked out. I've been following your journey for quite a while now, so it's cool that I'm finally meeting you over Zoom.
I know, as you were saying earlier, it's like I already know you from all the social media promoting and all the cool events that I see you do.
Thank
It's
you.
really nice to finally meet you.
Yes, it's so cool that this worked out. Okay, so I wanna know, where did your journey in the Miss America organization start? What got you into all of this?
So some might say that they've been in it for a long time or a certain amount of years, but this is my first year ever competing. And it's actually really crazy how I got involved. I originally didn't really know much about the Miss America organization at all. And I had been recruited by who I knew at the moment, Mama T, that's what we like to call her. She is the director of a pageant for special needs girls. And I had been modeling and helping out with all the things a junior director for a special needs pageant would be doing. And over the past 4 years, I just finally here the opportunity presented itself and a local came up and she recruited me and told me to join. So I said, okay,
That's so cool.
So I originally joined just for the experience because I wanted to continue helping out in my community. And then I started hearing about all these amazing scholarships they give out. I mean, who would not want to miss out on an opportunity like this? So I heard about the $28,000 scholarship to Arizona State University. I was a senior in high school at the time. So I ended up joining, and I was Miss North Phoenix's teen. So I went on to compete at Miss Arizona's teen, and I had no expectations going into this. So then when I had won, I was very surprised. I just wanted to make top 10 because that's where the scholarship was at. But something I like to say is that the scholarships are what brought me to Miss America, but the sisterhood is what truly kept me.
That's awesome. So what was it like for you, competing for Miss Arizona's teen for the very first time, going through that whole process and then coming home with a crown? What was that like?
I mean, it all tells in my face when I won. My face was
I've seen that video. It's awesome.
my face was very telling. I was like, I was so shocked. I'm so grateful for all the directors that had helped me for the Miss Valley of the Sun staff. They're so amazing. And then also, I'm so grateful for the staff of Miss Arizona, the board, the state board. They've helped me so much prepare for Miss America's teen, and I'm just so grateful. That's all. I'm so grateful.
That's awesome. So tell us about your service initiative.
My service initiative is the Special Effect Project, where I'm breaking barriers and embracing abilities through the special needs community. I've done all types of events. Like I said, 4 years ago, I was already involved with the special needs community with really just helping out of the kindness of my heart. I just wanted to go out in my community and serve. So when I finally decided to join the Miss America organization, and I knew I needed a social initiative, I was like, wait, I'm already doing this. This is perfect. I've done, especially, during COVID, these girls really don't have anyone. They were locked inside of their doors. They didn't have anyone that wanted to come and see them. So me and all of the other junior directors that we have for Sparkle's Fun Beauty Pageant, we got together and we did like a drive-by parade with like cars, and we were singing. We were all dressed in inflatables. I was in a minion inflatable, and we were just dancing around and singing. But
I love that your service initiative started before you joined the organization because it's
I know.
obvious you're very passionate about it. I always think that's so cool when that works out.
Yes.
So let's see what else. I keep checking like my paper over here. That's what I'm looking at.
You're all good.
Tell us about your talent.
So we can't really say much about
of course. I know. Yeah. I wouldn't expect you to share.
As we all know from Instagram, probably, I have done tons of dance videos. I've been dancing since I was 7 years old, and I've done all types of dance. I grew up in a studio in my community of Verrado in Buckeye, Arizona, a very small community. So I had danced in modern, tap, ballet, jazz, hip hop, lyrical, contemporary, everything you could think of is what I have worked on. But during COVID, my studio had sadly shut down, and I was left companyless, as you would say. So for the past 4-5 years, I have continued to just work on myself, and I've been doing we have like a little studio area where I live, and I like to go in there and practice. So I'm kind of almost self-taught, but I was also part of my pom team in high school.
That's awesome. Let's see. Do you have a favorite phase of competition in the Miss America organization?
So I like to think of as all week as competition. Like even the Red Gala, that's what I'm really excited for Go Red for Women. I know that sadly 1 in 3 women die of cardiovascular disease in the United States. So I think it's just really awesome that they are putting together this Red Gala with the Giovanni dresses. Just everything I know is going to come together perfectly. So I'm very excited for that.
I love how they're combining the American Heart Association with a fashion show. Like, it couldn't be any better.
I know.
Like, it's so exciting.
How creative is that?
I know, I love it.
They outdid themselves with that. That's so awesome.
So excited. Okay, so you are a freshman in college right now at Arizona State University, right?
Yes, the honors college.
So, what's your major? And I'd love to hear more about like your career goals in life and all that stuff.
So, again, back with the special needs in my heart of service, I have loved to serve since I was a little girl. And my future ambition is to become a public relations person for the Tim Tebow Foundation. I'm not sure if you've heard of them or him.
Familiar.
His wife is Demi Tebow, Miss Universe. So they do a ton with special needs. She models for a special needs clothing brand that I've seen, Olivia. So little shout out there, Olivia. Love you. But my degree is in human communications with a minor in public relations. I go to the Bear Honors College at Arizona State University. I love it so much. There's always something that you can do. That's what Arizona State University loves saying, is that you can go anywhere and there is something to do. I have next semester, actually, I'm going to be taking a public speaking class, which I feel like I'm pretty prepared for after this. But yes, I'm just really excited to continue my degree and hopefully become a public relations person for the Tim Tebow Foundation.
That's amazing. How much scholarship money have you earned from the Miss Arizona organization?
So winning Miss Arizona, I won $28,000, or not 20. So yes, $28,000 for Arizona State University, and then $2,800 in cash scholarship.
That's awesome. Wow. And hopefully more coming here soon.
Yes, hopefully.
That's awesome. Let's see. Okay.
What college do you go to?
Oh, I'm still a senior in high school, so we'll find out pretty soon.
Do you know where you're trying to go yet?
I'm applying to probably like 15 schools, so we'll have to see.
Wow. Do you have a favorite? You can tell me.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if I have a favorite. I love Vanderbilt because it's in Nashville, and I really like Nashville. And they have a really good program. I want to double major in economics and journalism, communications kind of stuff.
Well,
this is actually how this got started, because I was like, wait, I love listening to podcasts and I want to go into like journalism and entrepreneurship stuff. And so I was like, wait, I should just start it now. Why not? So we'll see where I end up, but I'm ready to know, hopefully soon. Let's see what else. Okay, I assume Miss America prep is like very much underway right now, you know? I know you just got back from a sponsorship thing and there's a lot going on in your life. So I'd love for you to share with everybody what like a normal day in your life right now looks like as you're preparing to go to Miss America's team.
So usually I wake up around like 8 a.m. and then I start getting ready. And then today, actually, I headed off to get my teeth whitened at Blue Orthodontics. And they are so sweet. All the sponsors for Miss Arizona are so genuine and so nice. I'm so grateful for all of them. So I'm very grateful to get my teeth whitened for Miss America. But probably after this, I'll head off to the gym, practice some more dancing, practice my solo, practice my gown walk. You got to practice all of it. And then maybe watch The Devil Wears Prada or some fashionable movie.
I love it. So speaking of, fashion, I'm going to throw that in there somehow. I'd love for you to talk to everyone about your experience being a Rebel ambassador and now Rebel Talent, since they're, a Miss America sponsor, and it's just super cool too.
Again, I like to say that my road to Miss America was very unintentional, but very intentional on God's plan. I have been with Rebel Athletic for the past 3 years around. Again, I had no idea they were a sponsor for Miss America's team. I was just doing it to be a model. I applied one day and I got in as a talent model. And if you know, you usually start off as an ambassador and then you work your way up to talent and then feature. So I was so grateful to be called as a talent model. I've done many photo shoots with them. I've done their college wear. I've done some of their really awesome couture looks that they have for competitions. I've done one with like feathers on it,
That's
one
so
with
fun.
really cool like leaves. They have some really creative costumes.
They do.
So I'm so blessed to be able to just have all of these connections in all of these ways. It somehow makes me feel like more inclined with the Miss America organization, that I'm really surrounded by people that I actually do some semi know.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think it's so cool again that, all of the like stars aligned for you so well. It's
Yes.
crazy. That's amazing.
No.
Let's
You're
see.
a talent, or you're
I'm an ambassador for the first year. Yes. I'm so excited. I had a concussion back in March, and it was my third concussion, so I was like down for the count for a long time, and I was finally able to use technology again and stuff. And so I was just like going online and I was like, "Wait, I should totally apply. Let's just see, right? Like just throw it out there."
Should. It's such a great opportunity.
It's so cool.
It's so fun.
Yes, so I'm so excited. And then I got a response back. I don't know. I can't remember if it was like right before or right after Miss California, but I think it was right after. And I was like, oh my goodness, this all worked out. So that was super cool. I love Rebel, and I've only been able to go to one event so far, and it was their like big kickoff in Dallas, I think in September, and it was seriously so much fun. Everybody was so nice, and
I know the people there are so open. Like
yes.
I actually love all the girls there, and sometimes I like to watch their Instagram accounts, and they do like the most insane flips.
I know,
or they do
I'm so jealous.
Some crazy stunts. It's actually crazy, but I love watching it.
I know, and I actually got to go into the store for the first time, and like,
oh my gosh,
the wall of all the costumes and stuff.
The wall of the backpacks is actually.
It's crazy.
So awesome.
I love it. So I'm wondering, I'm gonna like backtrack a little bit to your service initiative. Okay. Do you have a favorite moment or anything from your time working with special needs, especially with the pageant that you're like a student director for? Is that what they call it? Or a young
junior director?
Junior director. Awesome. Do you have a favorite moment in that journey for you?
I actually do. One of the girls, she happens to be my neighbor, actually. She happens to be my neighbor. She has Rett syndrome, so she is nonverbal, and she also cannot walk. She's stuck in a wheelchair, but I like to see it as that she is able and she's not disabled. I remember, I think around a year ago, she had just graduated. We were doing like a graduation ceremony for her because she didn't really get to experience the real one. So we did like half luau, half graduation ceremony for her. And I got to like I got to switch her thing, the little tassel for her. And she can actually communicate through her eyes, which I learned at A Night to Shine from Tim Tebow. It's a prom for special needs kings and queens all over the world. And her mom was there teaching me how she can communicate through her eyes and how one blink means yes or two means no. And it's just so great when I see her smile. And I just knew she was so happy in that moment. It really made me happy.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so sweet. I love it. And the
I
fact that she's
know.
your neighbor, that's amazing.
I know. She lives like probably a little bit farther than my neighbor, but she's like pretty close to my community.
That's amazing. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. What has been your best moment as Miss Arizona's teen so far?
There's so many.
I know, I'm sure.
There's been so many moments. I obviously have to say my crowning moment.
Yes.
That was so awesome. But on top of that, there's endless memories that I've made, especially with the sisterhood here. There's a plethora of women who really give in with their ambitions, and they really want to share their love of service with everyone else, just like how I am. It's like I've really met my people here. So any memory that I've made with the girls here just really warms my heart.
That's amazing. I know. I love seeing too how everybody's passionate about something different in service, but they're all passionate about service, especially when you're able to combine those different passions and stuff. It's so cool to watch.
Exactly.
Okay, you're kind of new to the Miss America world, but since you've been helping out as a junior director for that pageant for a while, I'm curious if you have any pageant like superstitions or traditions that you follow or anything like that.
I like to have a playlist that I play before I compete. It's filled with any type of music you could think of. It's filled with country, Taylor Swift, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of pop music, a little bit of Doja Cat, everything you could think of. It has that to get me hyped up and ready to compete.
Yes, that's so important. You got to get in the mindset, get in the zone. Music's the best way to do that. I love it. Okay, so I always ask this question, and people hate it, but I ask it anyways. Why should you be the next Miss America's teen?
Again, like this question is very difficult to answer because there's so many girls who deserve and have worked so hard to accomplish this goal that everyone wants to accomplish because it's just an amazing opportunity. And again, that's why they call it the Miss America opportunity, because there is just endless opportunities that you have winning Miss America's teen, the scholarships, the connections you make. And I would really hate to be the judges because I could not choose one girl. I've seen all of them on Instagram. I love watching everyone on Instagram. So I just could not choose.
I totally understand that. It's hard. Everybody's so amazing. And I'm excited to see you guys all that week showing your best selves. I think that's a very cool aspect of everything. So I do know that America's Choice voting is going on right now. And so I'd love for you to kind of promote yourself a little bit there.
Yes, everyone, please vote. Hopefully follow me on Instagram at Miss America's Teen AZ. You can also follow my main account, alexis.marie.official. And the link's in my bio and all of those accounts on Instagram. So please click that and please vote.
Amazing. Is there anything else people should know about you today or you want to share?
You know what? I just want to say that I'm so thankful for everyone watching today, all of my supporters out there. So thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend.
Hey, awesome. And I will be there I think I told you this already. I'll be there for Miss America Week. So if you need anything, I'll be right there. It'll be super cool to meet you in person for the first time.
For the first time.
After all this time. It's crazy. But yeah, best of luck with everything, and I'll see you in like 2-ish weeks.
Yay, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me on this podcast. It was awesome.
I will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. She is so cool. I'm so glad I got to talk with her. And I'm so proud of the journey she's had in the Miss America opportunity. And you can just see that she's extremely passionate about everything she's dedicating herself to. All the actions that she's been taking happened before she actually even joined the Miss America opportunity, and I think that is such a phenomenal thing. I really admire her for that. Thank you so much for watching or listening today, depending on how you were getting your podcast. If you or someone you know would be a great guest on the Imagine with Keira podcast, please either DM me, send me an email. You can email me at imaginewithkeira. Keira is spelled Keira @gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram at imaginewithkeira. on Instagram at Miss Fresno County Teen. You can find me on TikTok at Blondie Bix, which is BLONDIEBIX for Bixler. And then let's see what else. You can find me on Facebook at Keira Bixler, and Bixler is spelled BIXLER. And let's see, is there anywhere else? Oh, you can find this podcast on Spotify and YouTube by searching Imagine with Keira. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be water, my friend. I am Keira Bixler, and this is Imagine with Keira.